Canadian artist Todd McFarlane is well recognized for redesigning the wall crawler for generations to come. He took what was created before and added his own personal style to finesse the aesthetics of Spidey. Whereas John Romita had made Peter Parker a 70s model archetype, Todd made him the product of the late 80s with wilder hair and truly emphasized the spider aspect of Spider-Man. Contorting his body in all kinds of wild spider-like positions, crazier webbing all over his suit, large bug lenses, and his now trademark spaghetti webbing. McFarlane's artistic influence would be imitated heavy during that era of Marvel Comics, and he inspired so many artists that followed. I always loved the McFarlane Spider-Man design and saw it often being a child of the 90s. So when I got into cosplay, eventually wearing the design was a no-brainer. My physical aesthetic fit the mold for McFarlane's vision, my acrobatics and flexibility fit perfect with the dynamic style of McFarlane's Spider-Man and created a seamless blend for my interpretation. On another level, Todd's view of Spider-Man being anyone under the mask later opened the door for his creation of Spawn. He even tried to create a storyline that questioned why everyone assumes Spidey is white under the suit, which being a person of color myself was appreciated. Just listen to this idea he had.
You have the stereotype. You've got the Wall Street guy, of course he's white, in a nice sort of Armani suit. And then he gets mugged by the black guy from the Bronx, of course, we'll play all the stereotypes. And then he screams and boom, here comes the hero Spider-Man. He comes down there and he webs up the mugger. And just as the Wall Street guy's walking away, he says, "Oh, thanks, Spidey, and I'm glad you got that." And he says his epitaph that about the black man. And I wanted Spider-Man to go poof and take that Wall Street guy against the wall, because he's covered from head to toe. Unlike Batman, he's covered from head to toe, and go poof. What color do you think I am underneath this mask? And just for a moment go, why has nobody ever asked the question? I mean, you know, the stories were always Spider-Man, the villain, J. Jonah Jameson made him the bad guy in the news, but nobody asked, what's his nationality, right? Is he a terrorist? Is he a Muslim? Nobody asked about anything. We just assumed he was just that traditional, standard, white, good-looking dude that was there. We did forget about that, right? I mean, because I never wanted the minority superheroes were like Black Panther and Luke Cage, and then there were some others from some smaller companies, and they made the color of their skin a point. I didn't want it to be a point. I wanted it to be a non-issue. Why couldn't a guy who had a different pigmentation do the same heroic deeds, have the same wants and needs as us privileged white people? And the answer is they do and they can. We just forget about it sometimes. And so that was sort of the impetus of all of it.
With all this said, Todd's reimagined view of Spider-Man is easily as iconic as Steve Ditko and John Romita's, and to this day can be seen as holding the place for how he envisioned comic Spidey. I know he is my default idea of Spider-Man when I close my eyes. So I'm glad I can do the look justice with my cosplay content. I'm curious what you all think of McFarlane's work and who your personal favorite Spider-Man artist is, so sound off in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching. Later everybody.